What's up, everybody, and thank you for listening to Mastering the Mindset. My name is Dariusdotch, and I'm an actor, hip-hop artist, and fitness and life coach. And I'm here to personally help you train and improve your mindset so that you can, 1, become the best version of yourself mentally, and 2, gain focus and motivation to be able to take action and achieve the success in life that you want and deserve. Before we get started, please like and subscribe to my channel, and at the end of this episode, if you liked it, please share it with a friend or a loved one or someone who would benefit from hearing this message. I'm so glad you're here, and I'm ready to go on this journey with you, and that journey begins now. All right. Welcome back to another episode. Today we're going to talk about goals and the problems with your goals, and also why it's so hard to stay consistent and actually hit those goals. I'm going to give you a tool, kind of a cheat code, something that's going to make it easier for you to hit your goals. And again, this episode is as much for you as it is for me. So let's dive in. So let's say we sat down and I asked you what your 10-year goal is and what are all the things you want to have accomplished by then and where you want to be. And we just sit down and write everything down, all the milestones, the big ones and small ones. And you can look at that list and get excited about it, right? Like, yeah, that's going to be dope. That's going to feel good to do all that. And what happens is after that excitement wears off and you really look at that list and you start coming up with the steps that you're going to take, what can happen is you can get stuck and you can get paralysis by analysis. You start thinking, okay, here I am today, and that's where I want to be in 10 years. And your mind starts to process all the things you're going to have to get done, all the things you're going to have to give up, all the hours and long nights it's going to take, and all the things you don't even know how to do yet. You're going to have to somehow be an expert at it. And that goal can seem so far away sometimes. And actually, it can be demotivating. You start to think how long that journey is. The journey of 10 years? Of how many things need to get done, and it actually ends up holding us back. We get caught up on focusing on the burden, when really what we should be focusing on is the process. And that's what we're going to be focusing on today, is the process, not the outcome. Because yes, we all want money, the success, the business, the great relationship, the amazing children. We all want the goals. We want the goals, but we need to be focusing on the process, on what it is we need to be doing every day. Not the end result, but the daily tasks that we can see. Daily action-based goals. We get caught up in the result-based goals. For example, we might say, I want to lose 10 pounds. Then I'll feel better about the way I look. Or I want to make $100,000 this year. Then I'll feel like my business is successful. And yeah, those are good goals. Good results-based goals. And they're important to create those. But this is where a lot of people get stuck. They don't transition, or not transition, not the word I'm looking for. They don't implement action-based goals. Implementing action-based goals is an important step when going after your goals. So what do you need to do today in order to be in alignment with where you want to go? And it don't have to be anything big. As a matter of fact, it's better if you can break it down into small tasks. What can you do today? What can you do in the next hour? Those actions that can get you going in the right direction. You want to act in alignment with the kind of person you want to be. You want your actions to reflect the kind of person who achieves the kind of things you want to achieve. And from here, you set up what a lot of life coaches refer to as a dopamine reward system. And you know, dopamine is that thing that makes you feel good. It's what your body produces, and it creates motivation inside your brain. You want to strive for gaining that dopamine. You always want more. It's the chemical that's released when you're excited about something or when you're celebrating something. And that's the best part about dopamine, is it can be subjective. You can assign that rewarding feeling to whatever you choose to be a reward. You can celebrate whatever you want to. And when you make yourself release that dopamine, you're going to want more of it. And one thing that's common with everyone that's one of the greats, right? Any of the greatest of anything, of any profession, whether it's sports, music, acting, moguls, they all have the same thing in common. They decided that they will fall in love with the process. And in that process, whether they realize it or not, they've set up some kind of dopamine reward system. And what this is, it's a way to get your brain to release dopamine each time you accomplish a task that's part of the process. Getting your brain to release that feel-good feeling when you accomplish something that gets you closer to your goal. And I actually hesitate to say gets you closer to your goal, because a lot of times people take that phrase and they make it mean some huge milestone or some big task that gets them a third of the way there. No, I'm talking about the small things, the everyday things, right? And once again, it's subjective. You can feel excitement for whatever you want. So let me break it down a little bit more when it comes to this dopamine thing, right? So bear with me if I'm saying things that you already know about, right? That you know about dopamine. So dopamine is released in response to rewarding a pleasurable stimuli. The release of dopamine signals to your brain that what you just did, the behavior that led to that celebration, should be repeated. Whatever that behavior is, it can be, hey, I made it to the gym today when I didn't want to be here. Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Let's go. I'm proud of you for showing up for yourself. Hell yeah. And you literally tell yourself this in your head and really be excited that you're showing up for yourself. And that release of that dopamine, that celebration, that feeling proud of yourself sends a signal to your brain that this action should be repeated. And let me read some more of this verbatim. Because dopamine reinforces the neural connections that were involved in the behavior, making it more likely that the behavior will be repeated in the future. So how can we reward ourselves in the process? And let's stick with the gym example. So after you congratulate yourself on making it there, you do a set and you say, hell yeah, I got that first set out of the way. That's the hardest one just to get started. And on top of that, you ain't even want to be here. You didn't want to be here and you're doing what you needed to do, right? I'm so proud of you. Then you do another set and you say, hell yeah, I'm on a roll. Or even if you still ain't fully persuaded yet, you say, hell yeah, I didn't even feel like being here and I'm getting it done. You didn't want to come and yet here you are. You didn't even feel like it, but you're still doing it. Let's go. That's what's up. I'm so proud of you. Most people would have stayed home, but look at you. And you keep rewarding yourself every step, every step. You decided to go on a diet, right? Diets suck. The food can be nasty, right? And you ate that thing that you should be eating today. You resisted the urge of eating a cheeseburger. Then you say, hell yeah, look at you being dedicated. You showed up for yourself. You said no. You said no to that bag of chips. Hell yeah, I'm proud of you. What's up, what's up, what's up? I want to take a quick moment to say thank you so much for listening to this episode and to also let you know that this podcast is 100% donation driven, which means it's completely funded by you, the listener. So if you like the content I have to offer, I would love it if you can make a donation and you get to pick the amount. I left links in the description of the video as well as my homepage. You can choose which way benefits you the best to donate. And if you need more options, please feel free to email me at dariusdotch@gmail.com. That's dariusdotch@gmail.com. Again, thank you so much for being here and let's get back to it. And you congratulate yourself. And one of the biggest problems with results-based goals, people wait or they feel like they can't celebrate until they reached the goal. They don't feel any sense of accomplishment until they complete a full goal. They rob themselves of all those dopamine hits along the way. And that could be years down the road. You got those 10-year goals, right? Are you telling me that you're going to wait for years until you start feeling good about it? You really going to try and wait until 10 years from now before you celebrate anything? That's not going to motivate you to keep going. It'll motivate you to start, but everybody's motivated when they first start, right? That what's going to keep you going? That's the question. And this is why daily action-based goals are so important. You can celebrate yourself immediately when you do something because achieving that ultimate goal is a process. It's a results of showing up for yourself, doing the little things day in and day out. It's the process of you becoming that person who achieves those goals, the journey. And this is even harder now in this society because everything is evolved around instant gratification. We're obsessed. We can't even scroll on social media and look at something for only, I forgot what it was, like 3.5 seconds. And that's if whatever that thing is grabs our attention in the first 1.5 seconds. Everything is instant. Everything has to happen now, right? We don't have to go to the movies. We can watch movies at the touch of a button. We don't have to leave the house to the grocery shop. We can do that on our phone and have somebody bring it to our doorstep. We don't have to send anything in the mail, right? We can text or call. We can pay our bills in an instant. We don't have to mail that, right? Hell, you can make instant coffee. Not a fan, but hey, you can. We got microwaves, even fitness. And this is why I think a lot of folks don't stay with a healthy lifestyle and they end up quitting, is because they get sold on this notion that they only need to work out 15 minutes a day, 15-minute workout this, 10-minute cardio that, 30-minute fat burner. And yes, a lot of those workouts are effective, but not long term. You can't fully give your body and muscles all the attention they need for you to make a change, not just a physical change, not just a fad, not just something that if you diet and do the quick workouts, you'll lose weight. But as soon as you fall off your diet, you fall off the workouts because you fall off too. And I'm sorry I'm going on a tangent here, but a lot of folks don't realize that to fully change and to fully have that body you want, it has to be a lifestyle change. A lifestyle change. 30 minutes ain't gonna get it done. It has to be who you are. Anyway, instant gratification is brainwashing our brains. So instead of focusing on the end goal and how far away it is, how long you have to do whatever it is you have to do it to get there, focus on the actions you have to take daily to get you closer and closer day by day. Those are the things that are most important. And celebrating yourself throughout that process on the way of hitting that goal. And my process, or one of the things I do on my daily plan, my to-do list, I have a mini celebration when I cross something off. I say, hell yeah, let's go. I'm being productive, baby. And I do this every day with every action. Like this episode, for example. After I write it, I'm going to have a little celebration. After I finish recording it, I'm going to say, let's go, boy. Another one done. Somebody needs to hear that one. And you got it out there in the world. Let's go. Or if I create let me slow down. I'm getting excited. Or if I create a piece of content, I say, hell yeah, let's go. You cross that off the list, right? And it makes me look forward to having those productive days. Now I love when I have a day that's wide open and I don't have rehearsal, right? And it's not a day I need to rest, because you should rest when you need to rest. It's a day when I know the night before, like, oh yeah, I ain't got nothing to do tomorrow, nowhere to be. I'm about to be so damn productive. And I look forward to those days. And that's the process. That's one of the parts of the process that I'm teaching myself to fall in love with. That's part of my dopamine reward system. Those goals you have, that life you want to build, that thing you're trying to pull off, it's going to take time. It's going to take you having to show up for yourself over and over again, and having a dopamine reward system will absolutely help. And I've said this before, but one thing I absolutely love, and is 100% part of my dopamine reward system, is having a smoothie after a workout. Man, I love these strawberry banana smoothies that I make. And luckily, they taste better with the vanilla protein, because I would make them all the time. But if I don't work out, I don't want to waste the protein because it just don't taste as good. But I crave those damn smoothies. I'll be in the middle of a workout and be struggling. And then I remember when I finish, I get to that smoothie. And I tell myself, come on, Dotch, a few more sets and you can enjoy that smoothie. The dopamine is strong with that one. I won't even lie to you. So how can you set up your dopamine reward system? What does that look like for you? We live in a world where instant gratification is the standard, but goals and going after them take time. It's not instant. So how can we give ourselves some gratification along the way? What are the ways we can motivate our actions? Can we use this system to feel gratification for something that might not come for months, for years, 10 years? We know we ain't going to walk in the gym and walk out with a six-pack. That takes time. What immediate rewards can we give ourselves to keep us going back to the gym, right? You starting that business, or you hitting your goal with your business, that could take months. That could take years. What can you do now in pursuit of it to celebrate yourself along the way? What action-based goals can you have? What goals can you create to make yourself proud in the moment? You can reward yourself for going to the gym. You can reward yourself for waking up early in the morning. You can reward yourself for creating that business plan. You can reward yourself for making those business calls, for taking that first step, for showing up for yourself. Those are all rewards that are immediate. If you take the right actions, if you show up for yourself and do it every single day, every single time, and keep focusing on those action-based goals, and as you do, you will strengthen those neural connections in your brain, like me with those smoothies, or my love for being productive, right? And now over time, you might not even realize it in the moment, but now what you've done is you fallen in love with the process, and that's exactly where you want to be. Your goals are a byproduct of the actions you take. So yes, have the big goals, but also make sure you have those daily goals, those action-based goals. Set up that reward system. Celebrate yourself when you show up for yourself, and this is going to help get you closer. So that's what I got for you today. If you like this episode, please share it with somebody that can benefit from this, somebody who is a friend or a family member, somebody who has goals and is trying to improve their lives. So thank you again, and let's get it in.